everybody. Welcome back. She still isn't sleeping. But the boss fed, or the big boss fed her, and so we're back here again. So we are doing 10 insanely racist moments in Disney movies because I'm a minority. So let's see what they come out with. I haven't watched a lot of Disney movies lately, so I may not know them all, but we'll try. Okay?
Wait, how did we not notice these the first time around? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 insanely racist moments in Disney movies that you totally forgot about. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're ranking the most embarrassing, anachronistic, or cringe-worthy moments of racism that Disney would likely want their fans to forget or ignore. We're not passing judgment on the people behind the scenes at Disney here, as many of these moments were a product of their time. But it should also be discussed how many of them haven't exactly aged well. Number 10. Sunflower, Fantasia. Fantasia was certainly an early example of a Disney classic. An amazing combination of classical music and animation that still holds up today. What perhaps doesn't hold up so well is a character included on the film's initial theatrical run. Her name was Sunflower, and she was a black female centaur or centaurette who's seen waiting on her white brethren during a segment titled The Pastoral Symphony. Sunflower is drawn with exaggerated black features, and is a clear example of a visual stereotype that didn't need to be there in the first place. Perhaps this was the reasoning behind Disney's decision to remove the character from prints starting in the mid-60s. Number 9. Japanese soldier caricatures. Commando Duck. It may seem strange today to think of cartoons as wartime propaganda, but this was actually a common practice during
probably not good.
Commando Duck was one such short by Disney. A cartoon that sees Donald Duck parachuting into Japanese territory for a secret mission. The short tends to focus its plot primarily on Donald's battle tactics, but there are plenty of racist moments, specifically with how the Japanese enemy is drawn. Donald's foes are deliberately presented with slanted eyes, buck teeth, and overblown accents.
Oh, I beg my pardon. I bow my stomach at you. Very reverent. That's all right. Happy cherry blossoms to you, please.
Oh. Happy cherry blossoms to you.
This was certainly due to anti-Japanese sentiment of the time, although it has not aged well when viewing the short today. Number 8. Conveyor Belt Mammy Doll. Santa's Workshop. Santa's Workshop was a holiday-themed Disney short which, on the surface, is a harmless tale of Saint Nick and his elves getting ready for Christmas. However, early versions featured a troubling scene between Santa and a pair of dolls, as the toy maker is overseeing quality control on the assembly line. A white doll comes down a conveyor belt, says Mama, and gets approved by Santa. Then a black doll tumbles down the belt, says Mammy, and stamps her own butt, as Santa watches on and laughs. Given that the word mammy was slang for a black nursemaid in the time of slavery, and the doll's exaggerated features,
didn't know that.
No wonder Disney removes this scene from all modern prints. Number 7. King Louie, The Jungle Book. King Louie is a beloved character from Disney's adaptation
What's wrong with
of
King
Rudyard Kipling's Jungle
Louie?
Book.
Oh, King Louie. That's me.
Louie is a Disney original, having not appeared in Kipling's original stories, but he didn't arrive without his fair share of controversy. King Louie and his ape subjects are the only characters that speak in jive slang, popular with black jazz musicians of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Richard M. Sherman was one of the songwriters on the film. And
Yeah,
he
that's
has been
racist,
quoted
but
as
I
emotionally
like
wanting
King
jazz legend
Louie.
Louis
He was
Armstrong to voice the
great.
king, but balked at the prospect of potentially offending the NAACP with a black man voicing an ape. So, is King Louie racist, or is it all in the eye of the beholder? You decide. Number 6. Arabian Nights, Aladdin. The American Arab Anti-Discrimination
this
Committee wasn't
song.
too thrilled with the soundtrack for Disney's 1992 hit Aladdin. They took specific umbrage with a line in the film's opening song, Arabian Nights, where the peddler sings, "Where they cut off your ear if they don't like your face." The committee saw this as disparaging towards the Arab people, and complained to Disney for a lyrical change. The company did comply, and replaced the line for home video, and on new versions of the soundtrack. The committee was also reportedly upset about another controversial line from the song. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home.
It's barbaric, but hey, it's home.
But Disney decided to leave this one in.
One
for better
small
or worse.
specific line.
I could afford some manners. Oh.
Number 5. Native American stereotypes.
Oh.
Peter Pan. Intent can be a funny thing, especially when it's perceived much differently years later.
This should be most enlightening.
Disney's Peter Pan is an example of this notion, as evidenced by a shockingly racist musical number with very innocent intentions. The Native American sequence in the film raises flags with the song
Wasn't my
"What Made the
favorite
Red Man
part.
Red," where embarrassing Indian stereotypes are the order of the day. Although the scene is light and bouncy in tone, the effect years later is rather cringeworthy in its execution, a blemish on what's otherwise a classic slice of Disney nostalgia. Number 4. We are Siamese, if you please. Lady and the Tramp. The intentions behind Peter Pan's racism may be up for debate, but it's a lot more difficult to defend the outrageous cultural insensitivity behind the Siamese cats in Disney's Lady and the Tramp.
We are Siamese, if you don't please.
Post-World War II tensions are the only probable reasons behind the obvious Japanese stereotypes of Sai and Am, two villainous cats who sing this song. The twins are drawn with the same slanted eyes and buck teeth we saw earlier in Commando Duck, and their entrance is even marked by a gong, something that hampered Asian stereotypes in film right through the 80s and 90s. Number 3.
I guess
Shanghai
yeah,
and
that's
the Alley
racist.
Cats, the Aristocats. We continue with Asian stereotypes here, proof that negative depiction of such characters wasn't only limited to the immediate aftermath of World War II. Nope. Asians were still being drawn with the same old slanted eyes and outrageous accents in 1970, as evidenced by Shun-Gon and the gang in the Aristocats.
Fortune cookie always wrong.
Shun-Gon rolls with Thomas O'Malley's Alley Cat friends and performs his part of the song Everybody Wants to Be a Cat with chopsticks and a buck-toothed lisp. He isn't the only feline stereotype here, however, as there's also Peppo, an amorous Italian, and the trumpet-playing scat cat, who's modeled after black jazz
Hey, we're
musicians
trying to do a
of the
reaction
50s
video
and
here,
60s.
okay?
Number 2. The Crow's Dumbo. The term Jim Crow was used to describe laws
Oh,
or regulations
yeah,
designed
it's
to
probably
enforce
not
racial
good.
segregation in the United States. The lead crow in Disney's Dumbo is also named Jim, and has received his share of criticism in the decade since the film's release in 1941.
Yeah. That one's probably not really good.
Although Jim and the other crows are generally friendly towards Dumbo, the fact that they speak in stereotypical black slang could easily be interpreted as lazy or racist in their depiction of African American culture. The gang does get to sing the film's most memorable song, When I See an Elephant Fly, but this doesn't change the fact that modern audiences might see the crows in a very different light. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some
honorable
or
mentions.
in this case, dishonorable mentions.
I love Little Mermaid.
You be my man, Friday. Friday, you Friday, me, Mickey. Sorry. Who's there? I'm the full of brush man. I'm working my way through college.
Number 1. Uncle Remus, Song of the South. Uncle Remus wasn't a Disney creation, but his depiction in this 1946 film lives on as one of the company's most infamous moments.
I love this
Remus was a
song.
fictional character responsible for narrating classic African-American folktales. When he hit the silver screen, however, Remus and Song of the South almost immediately struck a sour note with audiences. For starters, the film never explicitly presents itself as taking place in a post-Civil War South, leading many to believe that Disney was marginalizing the impact of slavery. There were also a plethora of black stereotypes to be found, which eventually resulted in the film failing to receive an uncut home video release in the United States to this day.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.
Looks like our people are always being persecuted in movies. Yeah, I guess so. Now that you mention it, yeah, it is true. I don't know. I've kind of always just lived with the Asian connotation, to be quite honest. You know, something that's surprising is I didn't really see anything on the list of Hispanics, really. Are there Hispanic movies in which Disney persecutes people? Anyways, that's my question then. Are there Hispanic movies that have racial moments? Ooh! Alright, we're going to try and put her back to sleep. Thanking you for watching. I've got like 14 subscribers. We have 14 subscribers, so please like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you in the next video.